Guys, we are waiting for others to join. Meanwhile, if you have any questions about yesterday's session, so do ask, or about any session which we have been covering till date. Okay, guys, we waited for 5 minutes. We'll start now. I see only 14 people have joined today, but that's fine. We'll start. So any of you has any questions before we proceed? कल ये जो diagram हम लोगों ने बनाया था, did you guys understand this? This is for those who were available. जो कल absent थे, maybe उनको नहीं समझ में आएगा, but जो कल थे session में, did you guys understand this?
Yeah.
Anyone has any doubt or any questions? Again, this is for those people who were present yesterday. Those who are not, I understand they will not get it. They will have to see the recording first, and if they have any doubt, they can obviously ask me and we'll cover it again. Okay, so now let's proceed. Yesterday we were trying a practical of this session. I'll quickly recap. This will be a revision for those who are available, and those who are not available, it will be a new learning for you guys, but we won't discuss this in detail. So when we take a subscription, when we take a tenant on Azure, what is Azure? Azure is a website. Azure is a website from where we can rent some services. It is Microsoft website. There's renting cloud services. There we saw infrastructure as a service, then platform as a service, software as a service. ये सब हम लोगों ने देख लिया. तो ये सब सर्विस लेने के लिए कोई अकाउंट वगैरह तो होना चाहिए ना उन लोगों के साथ. Like if you order something from Swiggy, you create your account first. You give them your credit card number, you give them your address. तो उसी तरह से Azure पे भी हम लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ तो ये बनाना होगा ना कि यार ये अगर कोई रेंट पे ले रहा है तो who are you? So हमारी कंपनी का एक वर्चुअल प्रेजेंस बनाना होगा Azure पे. That is what an Azure Active Directory is. It is known as Azure Active Directory. It is also known as tenant, और आपके कंपनी का डोमेन भी उसको आप बोल सकते हो. इनमें से कुछ भी बोल लो, सेम चीज है. Azure Active Directory, डोमेन या टेनेंट. लाइक मेरे कंपनी का अगर मैंने ये कर रखा है, सो आई हैव हियर which shows as tsoftinfosolution.com. तो Azure पे tsoftinfosolution.com का एक प्लेस मैंने रेंट कर रखा है, हेंस आई एम अ टेनेंट ऑन Azure. टेनेंट का मतलब क्या है? बेसिक जो मतलब है किराएदार, राइट? सो आई एम अ टेनेंट tsoftinfosolution.online, इट इज अ टेनेंट ऑन Azure. इस टेनेंट के थ्रू मैं सारी सर्विसेज अब किराए पे लूंगा, रेंट पे मैं ले लग जाऊंगा. सो दैट इज टेनेंट और एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी आई वुड कॉल. उसके बाद जो है टेनेंट के बाद हम लोगों ने देखा था टेनेंट तो जो है पैरेलल चलता है. देन इसमें यूजर्स वगैरह ये सब बनते हैं हम लोगों के. एंड हु कैन क्रिएट इट? इट कुड बी अ ग्लोबल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर और ग्लोबल और हेल्प डेस्क एडमिन, ये सारे लोग इसको बना सकते हैं. ठीक है, दीज आर Azure एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी रोल्स. एंड देन उसके बाद हम एक परचेज करते हैं सब्सक्रिप्शन. एक बार टेनेंट बन जाए, जस्ट बिकॉज यू हैव टेनेंट एंड यू आर अ यूजर इन टेनेंट, दैट डज नॉट मीन यू कैन स्टार्ट रेंटिंग सर्विसेज. ठीक है, टेनेंट मतलब आपने सिर्फ वहां पर एक एंट्री ले ली. अब उसके बाद आपको प्लान परचेज करना होगा. इट इज एज गुड एज, अगर आप लोगों को एक अच्छा एग्जांपल दूं मैं, तो लेट मी ओपन दिस, मे बी यू गाइस विल रिलेट इट, इसको अच्छे से समझोगे आप लोग. नेटफ्लिक्स, ठीक है. इफ आई क्लिक ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स हियर, दिस इज नेटफ्लिक्स. आई एम नॉट लॉग्ड इन, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं कर रखा है इस पे. I can go here and I can sign in to Netflix. I can type my email address here. Let's see if we have any uh, dummy email address. Let me check. I'm checking for a dummy email address, guys. Please give me a minute. This is just for you guys to understand, so I can explain it to you. कि आप सिर्फ tenant ले रहे हो तो क्या हो रहा है, then subscription क्यों necessary है उसके आगे. Because if I use my existing emails, I already have. Okay, so I got one temporary email address. This is my email address. जैसा Gmail वगैरह का होता है ना, वैसे ये मेरा एक email address है, समझ लो आप लोग. ठीक है. So I'm subscribing as of now. So you see, this is it. Now I am logged in. I haven't taken any subscription. Now I am logged in. इसके पहले क्या ऑप्शन दे रहा था? वो साइन इन का. Now I am signed in. I can come here. I can check कि भाई क्या है आप लोगों के पास. What are you offering? एक दो में भी प्रोमो देख सकता हूँ, दो चार में ये देख सकता हूँ. यहाँ पर इनके सर्विसेज के डेमो देख सकता हूँ. इनके केस में सर्विसेज है पिक्चर्स, अजोर के केस में सर्विसेज कुछ और है. ठीक है. And if I have to use anything, I will have to subscribe for a plan. This is what a subscription is. हाँ, बस यहाँ पर इतना है कि प्रीपेड और इस टाइप में है, Azure में एक डिफरेंट तरीके से होगा. So this is your subscription. See, so the moment you come to subscription, it will ask for a payment. Same Azure में हो रहा है कि just because you have created a tenant, just यहाँ पर एक आपका ID बना हुआ है, इसलिए आपको कोई चार्ज नहीं लग रहा है. ठीक है. बट Azure में थोड़ा सा ज्यादा डिटेल मेथड में होगा. Azure में जब ये होगा आप लोगों के पास, तो वहां पर आप Azure एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी बनाओगे, इसमें आप मल्टीपल यूजर्स ये कर लोगे. इनफैक्ट नेटफ्लिक्स पे भी वो कर सकते हो आप. यहाँ पर मल्टीपल आप अपने प्रोफाइल्स वगैरह बना सकते हो. यहाँ पर एक लिमिटेशन है, 4 या 5 बना सकते हो. यहाँ पर कोई लिमिटेशन नहीं है, क्योंकि दिस इज नॉट फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट पर्पस. ये एक अलग चीज है, राइट? सो यू कुड हैव complete access of your complete users from your active directory. ये सब आप यहाँ पर रख सकते हो. But just because you have a tenant here on Azure Active Directory or Azure portal, that does not mean you have a subscription. So is it clear, guys? यहाँ तक? Though we have already covered this, I'm just repeating it. Okay. Then next comes subscription. जैसे यहाँ पर हम लोग subscription ले रहे हैं, अगर अब मुझको कुछ देखना है, so I cannot go ahead without subscription, right? I will have to purchase a subscription. तो यहाँ पर अगर मैं कोई subscription यहाँ पर purchase कर लेता हूँ Netflix पे, if I do this, कोई सब्सक्रिप्शन वगैरह परचेस कर लेता हूँ, इट इज आस्किंग फॉर माई डिटेल्स एंड वंस आई फिल इन दिस डिटेल्स तभी मुझको इनकी सर्विसेज दिखने लग जाएगी। सेम थिंग हैपेंस विद अज्योर। अज्योर पे हम लोगों ने देखा कि अज्योर पे अगर आप लॉग इन करते हो, so if I log in here to Azure, Miranda, do you have your ID, the one which we created yesterday?
Yes, I have that. I'll just give you.
No, that's okay. I have it. I'm just asking if you have it. I will have it here because I'm logged in with my other account, so it will be easier for me to search it. And you don't even know the password. I didn't share the password with you, so I was just checking if you have it. That's fine. So we created Miranda's account yesterday. Yeah, but let's create someone else's account because I have already given access to Miranda. So those who are not present yesterday, they will not understand it. So I'll create some new account here. Do we have Adnan in class? Adnan texted me he wants an account. Jivan already has, Akib has, Vishal has one. So let's create an account for Yogesh. I told you there are two methods. You can invite user, you can create user. Relate this AD to your Active Directory, which is there in on premises Active Directory, जहां पर आप user बना सकते हो, वो सारी चीजें same ही होगी, ठीक है? So I'm creating a user here, Yogesh. Sonam, you already have your subscription. Why would you need an account on my subscription? In fact, under your subscription, we will give access to other people. Like this is my subscription, tsoftinfosolution.com. You already purchased a subscription, right? So we will divide few people under my subscription, few under Isaac's subscription. Isaac bhai has one subscription and you have one subscription. Okay. So now next user koi bhi aata hai, so we will divide it in your subscription. You will not require any user ID here. So okay. As of now, I'll create Yogesh's ID. So I have created Yogesh's user. Now if Yogesh goes here, what I have done now, अभी मैंने क्या कर दिया यहाँ पर, if I open this image, here, so I have created Yogesh's account. वो यहाँ पर बना है, ये जो रेड और ग्रीन के बीच में बाउंड्री है. This I explained very well yesterday. इसने जिसको नहीं समझा है, go once and see that video. ये कलर कोडिंग वगैरह क्यों है, you will understand. तो इसका Azure से कोई लेना देना नहीं, but for your understanding, हमने कलर कोडिंग की थी and then I did explain. So it will be easier for you to read it. Whenever you look at this image, it will be easier for you. So watch that video once and then look at this. Still नहीं समझ में आता है, then we can cover it once again. So as of now, I created Yogesh's user. It is there in this Active Directory. ये red वाली Active Directory जो बनाई है हमने, इसमें है. Only because someone is an Active Directory, that does not mean they have access to the subscription. So let me log in with Yogesh's ID. Ananda, we will be discussing this resource group again. So yesterday, I think it wasn't a bit clear for you. You can check it again. अब हम लोग इसको फिर से discuss करने वाले हैं. This is the first time I'm using password, so it will ask me to change the password. So here it is. I am signing in with Yogesh's ID. Who's logged in here now? Yogesh at Tsoft Info Solution. Okay, which means I have created Yogesh's ID in this boundary. इसमें entrance मिल गया है अब योगेश को, ठीक है? But that does not mean that he has access to subscription by default. No matter यहाँ पर वो कितना powerful user है, maybe यहाँ पर वो global user, global administrator है. So maximum what he can do, as of now he is not global administrator, so he can't even create a user. He can just come and see some details. You see, Yogesh cannot create a new user. Yogesh cannot delete a user, cannot do anything. He can just see. Even if I make him a global administrator, he will be able to create user, delete users, but that does not mean he gets access on subscription. So subscription is a different thing. Active Directory, Azure Active Directory is a different thing. Do not get confused. So as of now, he doesn't have any subscription. Now, if Yogesh tries to log in and tries to create a virtual machine, let's see if he is able to do that. Let's say he's creating, forget creating, he wants to see how many virtual machines are there, but he's not able to see it. Why? Because all resources, all virtual machine and everything, they come under resource group. Resource group, but the bigger umbrella is subscription. Under subscription, we have resource group. Then I explained कि resource group क्यों हो गए. वैसे भी you cannot have any resource or any service without resource group. अगर आपने ये कर भी रखा है कि यार ये सब्सक्रिप्शन ही मैंने पूरा HR के लिए लिया है, तो I do not want to segregate it, but still you will have to create one resource group. Sometimes they do ask this in question, interview question होता है ये कि can I create a resource directly without any resource group? मतलब इस subscription पे जाकर एक, what is the question? Let me log in with my. So the question is that can I go to the Azure subscription directly? I mean, I'm logged into Azure Active Directory के through मैं portal पे login कर लिया. कहाँ से login करते हैं हम लोग? Okay guys, what did I miss here? Can anyone tell me कि ये सब क्यों हो रहा था? Why I had to log in और ये सब log out वगैरह क्यों हो रहा था? Could anyone tell me? This is the classic example we discussed yesterday and I made this mistake today. So what did you observe? Why was it happening when I was logged in with Yogesh's ID? I was getting logged off. Why did that happen?
I can just guess. I was not in the class yesterday, but I can try. Did you log in through the Power CLI to in your account and then you're trying on someone else's account?
No.
Okay.
Yes, anyone else? What did we learn yesterday? एक इसके बारे में कुछ बताया था ना? What is it? Yes, Akib, Miranda, Jafar
We were
bhai,
using
Ona.
a different browser.
Not exactly a different browser, but you're close to it. But the different browser is also correct answer. If I am logged into this browser using my ID, so I will have to use a different browser. Otherwise, वो अपने आप log out कर देगा मुझको. If you do not have a different, sorry Akib, what was that?
Because you are not logged in using the incognito mode.
Exactly. What I did, मैं directly उसी पे मैं यहाँ पर Azure पे चला गया and I logged in with Yogesh's ID. तो उसने मुझको अपने आप मतलब at a time you can use only one ID. So what I was supposed to do, मुझको क्या करना चाहिए था, यहाँ पर Azure portal पे जाके I would have logged in here using Yogesh का ID. तो मेरा ID जो है वो एक अलग से ये रह जाता. So did you guys get it? कि हम इनको, though it has nothing to do with Azure. I told you कि किसी में भी हो सकता है. YouTube में भी आपको 2 YouTube चलाने हैं, आपका एक लॉग्ड इन है, दूसरा आपको विदाउट साइन इन चलाना है, चेक करने के लिए कि क्या रिकमेंडेशंस वगैरह आते हैं. You can use this service. So now here I'm logged in with Yogesh's ID. And let me log in here with my ID. So the question here is, can I create a resource? Can I create a resource without creating a resource group? That is the question. So the answer is no, you cannot. Even if you're, what did we learn yesterday? कि हम subscriptions क्यों लेते हैं? Right, I didn't use incognito mode, correct. So why do we take subscription? Subscription हम इसलिए ले रहे हैं ताकि जो अलग अलग हमारे units है और branches है उनका billing it should be easier for us. It should be an easy task for us. That is the reason we take subscription. Now under subscription, why do we take resource groups? Let's say this is a subscription Pune. There's Pune subscription. Under Pune subscription also there will be multiple teams, right? Pune के एक office में भी HR होंगे, finance होगा, legal होगा, and I did give an example कि अगर एक कोई same owner Ola और Uber को चलाता था, तो उसको check करने के लिए कि यार मैं Azure पे कितना billing spend कर रहा हूँ, कितना उनसे कमाई हो रही है, वो तो कोई और मेथड होगा उनके पास जानने के लिए, बट मैं बिलिंग कितनी स्पेंड कर रहा हूँ उबर पे और कितनी ओला पे, तो कौन सा ऐप मुझको ज्यादा फायदा दे रहा है. टू चेक दैट आई विल हैव डिफरेंट सब्सक्रिप्शंस, हर चीज के लिए अलग सब्सक्रिप्शन. बट ओला में भी या उबर में भी अलग अलग मेरे डिपार्टमेंट्स होंगे. So I segregate those departments using resource groups. Is it clear till here, guys? Okay.
Yes.
So my question here was, if I have only one subscription, कि मैंने पुणे के लिए, forget पुणे के लिए मैंने सिर्फ HR के लिए एक subscription ले लिया. So can I go ahead and create a resource directly on that subscription? So this is my subscription. Let's say this is my subscription. इसका नाम HR वगैरह कुछ भी है. Like Isaac has renamed it to his name. I can name it. जो भी मुझको name रखना है. I prefer to keep it like this. But I cannot create. If I go and create a virtual machine, let's see, I'm creating a virtual machine. I hope everyone understand कि star का मतलब क्या होता है. It is a mandatory
Yeah,
field. So I
Mandatory,
select it.
yeah.
But if you see resource group, either I'll have to select one of the resource groups. If I do not have, I will have to create one. Which means कि अगर आपके पास सिर्फ एक particular department के लिए भी अगर आपने एक subscription ले रखा है, still technically it is not possible to create any resource. This is not only virtual machine. It could be storage. It could be anything. Resource group is must. Is it clear, guys? ये एक interview question हो सकता है. Whenever I'm saying interview questions है, maybe you can note it down या कुछ भी हो, जब आपके interview के लिए वो easy होगा prepare करते वक्त. तो डेफिनेटली पूछा जाता है ये, मतलब बिगिनिंग लेवल पे, बाद में तो नहीं पूछेंगे आपसे, बट एक इनिशियल लेवल पे whoever people who are targeting between 6 to 8 lakhs 8 to 10 lakhs, वहां के क्वेश्चंस जो है उनमें से ये क्वेश्चन डेफिनेटली आता है. सो यू कैन नॉट हैव अ रिसोर्स विदाउट रिसोर्स ग्रुप. Another question, because we are on the same topic now, this is my resource group. Can I have resource group within a resource group? Can anyone guess? A resource group within a resource group, can I do that? Did you get the question, guys? Guys, did you get the question? Can I have a nested resource group? Nested का मतलब होता है किसी चीज में, like I can have a folder here on my desktop. If I open this and if I create a folder, let's say this is the one, and I'm creating a new folder. I'm creating a new folder here. This is HR folder maybe I'm creating. ठीक है. So can I have one folder? एक folder के अंदर folder मैं बना सकता हूँ क्या? Azure, with respect to Azure. Desktop पे we can obviously create one. I'm talking about Azure. Can I create a nested resource group? Sana says maybe yes. Irfan says you don't know. Vishal says yes, might be, not sure. Anyone else? Irfan says no. Yes, guys, you cannot create. Let's not waste time. You cannot create one. Abrar bhai, are you saying something? I wasn't able to hear you. If you are, maybe there's some issue with your mic. I
No,
still
just
can't.
saying we can't create.
Okay, right, got it. I can hear you now. Yes, we cannot create. So 2 questions. Can I create any resource without resource group? No. Can I have a resource group within resource group? No, you cannot. Let me show you from where we can create a resource group. वो भी आ ही जाएगा practical में when we give access to Yogesh. So we were talking about Yogesh. I created Yogesh's user here in Active Directory. अब तक हमने subscription पे कोई access नहीं दिया है. So when Yogesh logs in, this is how it will look. Yogesh can simply go to Azure Active Directory. As of now, he has only options for viewing option, read only option. कुछ बना भी नहीं सकता है. Even if I give him access on Active Directory global admin वाला, that will not impact this RBAC roles. And now I'm not repeating again. We RBAC क्या है, IAM क्या है, or Active Directory. I have already discussed this and described it. Whoever missed this, you guys can watch yesterday's video. And if you don't understand, then you can approach me. Maybe we'll repeat it या cover कर लेंगे. ठीक है. So just because you have a global admin यहाँ का highest access है Azure Active Directory का, that does not impact at all your subscription. Unless you have access on subscription, you won't be able to see anything. So this user, see, he cannot see anything. If I click on subscription, Yogesh doesn't see any subscription. If I click on virtual machine, doesn't see anything. No resource group, nothing. So now let's give access to Yogesh. अब हम लोग एक्सेस की बात कर रहे हैं, and then I told you कि यहाँ के एक्सेसेस अलग होते हैं और सब्सक्रिप्शन के एक्सेस अलग हो गए. सब्सक्रिप्शन के एक्सेस कहलाते हैं RBAC. RBAC is known for resource based access control. Here it is, resource based access control. और ये हमेशा कहाँ से दिया जाता है? There is under any service you will see this IAM. There's an option called IAM, Identity Access Management. From here you can give accesses. किस तरह के access होते हैं? I can make Yogesh an owner on this subscription. An owner will have full access. He could delete anything, he could create anything, he can add some other owner, he can add some other contributor, anything and everything. Then we have contributor. Contributor will have full access. He can create anything, he can delete anything, he could do anything, whatever he wants. Only thing that he cannot assign other role. मतलब ओनर एक कंट्रीब्यूटर को ऐड कर सकता है, कंट्रीब्यूटर किसी को ऐड नहीं कर सकता है, उसके अलावा सारे ऑप्शन सेम है. Then we have reader. Reader will have full access but read only. And these are not only 3, these are very famous 3. यहाँ पर भी ये 3 नहीं है रोल, ये सब famous 3 है, यहाँ पर भी famous 3 है. There are plenty of roles, and if you do not find a suitable role, you can create your custom role. That we will see when we go to portal. Then I told you guys that when you guys give access, यहाँ पर जब आप subscription का access देते हो, so it is inheriting. Subscription पे जो भी चीजें है ना, अगर subscription पे कोई owner है तो by default वो ये ownership इसकी यहाँ तक आ रही है, resource group तक ownership आ रही है, and resource group पे ownership है तो resources पे भी owner है वो. So any person who is an owner here on this subscription, so he will be owner by default to all resource groups and all resources. It inherits it does from here to here, तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक. I mean, I will not be drawing everything, but I hope you guys understood. So it inherits the access from here to everywhere. Is it clear, guys? Till here, यहाँ तक clear है सबके लिए?
Yes.
If I am creating an owner, किसी को मैं subscription पे owner बना रहा हूँ, तो by default वो resource group पे owner हो जाएगा, by default वो resources पे owner होगा. But I do not want to create someone an owner on this subscription. What I want कि सिर्फ इस resource group पे वो owner हो जाए. Subscription पे या तो वो read only हो या तो कुछ हो ही ना, subscription उसको दिखे भी नहीं, सिर्फ ये resource group दिखना चाहिए. So I could do that. I can go to this resource group and I can make someone owner here. Let's say I can create Yogesh को यहाँ पर एक owner बना दूं. So Yogesh will be an owner for this resource group only, and by default अगर वो इस resource group पे है तो it will inherit to these resources. But he will not have any access, not only read only, किसी तरह का भी access नहीं होगा किसी और resource group पे, unless I go to this subscription and then I give access to Yogesh. I could do this कि मैं यहाँ पर आ जाऊँ subscription पे, योगेश को read only का access दे दूं यहाँ पर इस subscription पे, right? Read only. इससे क्या हो जाएगा, बाकी योगेश will be able to see each and everything. But योगेश को मैं इसको सिर्फ एक spectator नहीं है ना योगेश, उससे सिर्फ काम भी तो करवाना है मुझको योगेश से. So I will have to give some write access also. So what am I doing? That I know Yogesh is from legal team. So Yogesh को subscription पर तो सिर्फ read only access दे दिया, जिसकी वजह से योगेश can see this, can see this, can see this and everything. But यहाँ पर अलग से आकर यहाँ पर I will give admin access to Yogesh. This is owner access to Yogesh on this resource group. So by default Yogesh will have read write access on this resource group and on these resources. Is it clear, guys? Anyone has any doubt, please ask me. ये सब हम लोगों ने कर दिया था कल, but few people were not there, hence I repeated. It will be a revision for you guys जो कल थे, जो नहीं थे उनके लिए understanding हो गई. And also go and watch yesterday's video. उसमें थोड़ा सा और डिटेल में हम लोगों ने इसको डिस्कस किया है. So any questions, guys, before I move to portal?
No भाई.
Okay.
So वाली क्वेश्चन है,
Yes.
एक रिसोर्स ग्रुप पे कोई अगर ओनर है
Hmm.
तो वो असाइन कर सकता है ना आगे किसी को भी, जैसे लेट्स से मेरे को
It
किसी
applies
को.
same.
करेक्ट.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt Irfan. Are you done with your question? या कुछ और भी है उसके आगे?
मैं सिर्फ ये बोल रहा था कि मान लो मेरे को अगर मेरे रिसोर्स ग्रुप पे किसी को भी
I got that question. I got that
बस
question.
वही
उसके अलावा. Sorry guys, if I'm
बस वही.
interrupting you somewhere, just because I've got your question and we have थोड़ा time कम होता है इसलिए I'm interrupting. If you have a secondary question to ask, ये वाला question मैं समझ गया इरफान भाई. Anyone
ठीक है
else?
भाई.
कोई और question है? Okay. So if no questions, Irfan is asking that someone who is an owner on this resource group, can he add? So yes guys, this applies to everywhere. I told you IAM हर जगह होगा, तो इसका मतलब है RBAC भी हर जगह होगा और ये सब जगह अप्लाई होगा. Forget resource group. If you are an owner on this resource itself, So you will have complete access on this resource. जहां पर कभी आप owner हो, उसका complete full access होगा आपको, which means you can add another user, you can add another owner, you can add another contributor. और जहां पर भी आप contributor हो, you will have full access except adding another user. Is it clear now?
हाँ भाई, thanks.
So let's go here and then we see that I have created a user for Yogesh. So Yogesh cannot see any subscription. Now let's go. Understand one thing, ये incognito mode में है ना? This is the icon of incognito mode. यहाँ पर योगेश का लॉगिन है and यहाँ पर मेरा लॉगिन है. So don't get confused. Left में it's my login, right side में it's Yogesh's login. आप अपना अपना लेफ्ट राइट वगैरह देख लो गाइस, ठीक है? और इट्स बेटर दैट यू लुक एट दिस वन. इनकॉग्निटिव मोड में योगेश का लॉगिन है, यहाँ पर मेरा लॉगिन है. आई एम लॉग्ड इन एज एन ओनर. I can see I have created Yogesh's account. I have put him in this Active Directory. Now I will go and I will give Yogesh some access on my subscription. So I'll go to my subscription. I have 3 subscriptions. Do I want to give access on all of those subscriptions to Yogesh? No, I am hiring him only for one project. So I will go to this. I told you from where can we give access? Who can answer this? RBAC roles कहाँ से access किए जा सकते हैं?
Access control IAM.
Right, IAM, right. So I click on IAM. I click on add. I click on role. कौन सा role assign करना है? And I told you these are not only 3, these are 3 famous roles. Hence I discussed this. There are plenty of roles. Go through them, check with them कि क्या क्या है इसमें. Let's say कि आपको ऐसा कोई चाहिए जो सिर्फ बिलिंग के लिए आपने हायर कर रखा है, फाइनेंस वाला बंदा है, उसको सिर्फ बिलिंग का एक्सेस देना है, ये है. कोई बैकअप वाला बंदा है तो बैकअप वाले को ये एक्सेस दे सकते हो आप लोग, ठीक है? और इन सब में से कोई पसंद ना आए, सो यू कैन क्रिएट अ कस्टम रोल आल्सो. हियर आई वांट टू, अब मैं सब्सक्रिप्शन पे एक्सेस दे रहा हूँ. सो मुझको योगेश को सिर्फ जो है सब्सक्रिप्शन पे एक्सेस देना है, ठीक है? सब्सक्रिप्शन पे मैं क्यों रीड ओनली एक्सेस दूंगा? आई डू नॉट वांट टू गिव कंप्लीट एक्सेस ऑन सब्सक्रिप्शन. आई एम गिविंग दिस एक्सेस टू योगेश only read only wala mode mein. Now I am able to find this user here. Why? Only because I created that user here first. If that user wasn't here तो मैं इसको सर्च ही नहीं कर पाता. ये एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी में पहले यूजर आना चाहिए, तभी हम ये कर सकते हैं. So I have created Yogesh here, selected this and assigned. It's done. Now let's try refreshing. You see Yogesh is able to see my subscription, that is for sure. इसीलिए उसको बैलेंस दिख रहा है कि मेरे सब्सक्रिप्शन में कितना बैलेंस बाकी है. You see now Yogesh is able to, but what role he has? Reader. If I go to my subscription, see I have owner access, इसलिए यहाँ पर इतनी डिटेल में वैसे ही दिख रहा है. I am account admin and he's just a reader here. So if I go here, if being a Yogesh, if I'm going here and if I want to check some virtual machines, I will be able to see. See, Yogesh can see this virtual machine. Let's say resource groups. If Yogesh is able to see resource groups, what do you think, guys? Will he be able to see resource groups? Who can answer?
Yes.
Yes, he can. Why? Because access is given to him on subscription level. So he will be able to see. Now, if you see, Yogesh can see all these accesses. But now I want Yogesh to work. Okay. I want Yogesh to work on this. I want Yogesh to create a virtual machine for me. There is a client requirement. I'm asking Yogesh to create a virtual machine for me. Will Yogesh be able to create a resource group? Resource group किसके अंदर आता है? Subscription के अंदर.
Subscription.
So will Yogesh be able to create a resource group?
No.
No. Why not?
Because he's a reader. He doesn't have
Exactly.
access.
Well, yes, you're going well. Because उसके पास सिर्फ read only का access है, he cannot create anything. But let's say, can Yogesh use an existing resource group?
Yes. No.
Obviously no. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पर अगर read only है,
He's a reader.
यहाँ पर
Yes.
भी read only और यहाँ पर भी हर जगह read only है. So what will I have to do now? Again, I'm going back to my ID. Now I want Yogesh to work, and I have decided that Yogesh will be working on legal department. So I'll create a resource group. या legal का already एक resource group होगा. इसमें अभी हम लोगों ने legal वगैरह नहीं दे रखा. We have used your names. इसलिए अदरवाइज यहाँ पर उस तरह से होता है, कोई लोकेशन के हिसाब से, कोई डिपार्टमेंट के हिसाब से नेमिंग कन्वेंशन कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो आई कैन क्रिएट a resource group here named legal. In this case we are not doing that, we are creating a resource group with Yogesh's name because Yogesh उसको use करने वाला है. I will create it. Just because I've given Yogesh's name, that does not mean Yogesh got accesses on this one, right? What I'll have to do here is I will have to go to this resource group now. And which option will I use?
IAM,
IAM, right?
owner.
Exactly. Here I want to assign him as an owner, क्योंकि यहाँ पर उसको काम इधर ओनर या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटर जो भी आपके पास रिक्वेस्ट आती है उसमें, इस केस में हम ओनर दे रहे हैं बिकॉज आप लोग प्रैक्टिस भी आप अपने अपने रिसोर्स ग्रुप में करने वाले हो. किसको बना रहा हूँ मैं ओनर यहाँ पर? योगेश को. So I'll have to come here and search for Yogesh. So it is done. I'm able to see as Yogesh user, I'm able to see all these resource groups, but I have my own resource group now. Let me try creating something. I'll have to refresh or log out or log in, or maybe I can directly go to Yogesh or Yogesh's resource group, and then I can try to create something. A virtual machine. Guys, less than 1 minute is remaining. If this finishes, we are starting without any break. If you see, he's able to select it, but at the end he will get an error. So it's better thing that he will have to select his own resource group. He won't be able to create one also. Let me stop it, guys, and we'll start without any break, unless you guys want a break. Are we taking a break, guys, or are we?
No.
Okay,
No,
let's continue.
No, we'll continue.